Call the May 26, 2026 meeting to order. Begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Aaron Schultz.
Here.
Mr. Brad Olson. Dr. Gail Bortna.
Here.
Mr. Brian Sharp. Mr. Kevin Burkhardt.
Here.
Mr. Mark Murphy.
Here.
Mr. Darren Beckus.
Present.
All right, we have some good news items tonight.
We do. We have an exceptionally good item tonight. So recently, we had a student participate in the 76th International Science and Engineering Fair, and I believe it was held in Arizona this year. And not only participate, but place. And to do some introductions and give us a little bit more information is Mr. Hermanson.
So I'm Charles Hermanson. I teach AP Chemistry, and Kaylee is in AP Chemistry. Just like every year, we have kids go to the science fair at Northern, and they did really, really well this year. We had kids place in their categories, and we had kids win their categories. But Kaylee overall had one of the top two individual projects, so she got a trip to the International Science Fair in Phoenix, where she got third place, one of the third place awards, which she won $1,200 for. Does that sound right? Yep. So she won $1,200 for that. It's extraordinarily rare for anyone from South Dakota to place. There's been very, 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 very few people from South Dakota that have ever placed at the International Science Fair. So for her to do that was an exceptional thing. So it's pretty cool. Rare honor for people from South Dakota. So I'll let her talk about her project a little bit, or you can ask her some questions.
Yeah, so I had an interest in microplastics because my family travels a lot, and pretty much in every area that we go, there's plastic, and it's prevalent, and it's more than you would expect there to be. And so I kind of brainstormed with my mom, and we came up, well, sea urchins are a model organism, and she knows a lot about sea urchins. And so she's like, well, let's try this with microplastics. And so she guided it, and then I ended up doing the whole thing, looked at how their growth rates, their gut formation, and then their survival rates in varying amounts of microplastic solutions. And I fertilized them and then watched how they grew over a 72-hour period of time. And I found that in the presence of microplastics, there was next to none survival rates, and then growth rates had decreased, or they were not growing nearly as at the level they should be. So that was kind of my project, and it was an amazing experience going to science fair and seeing all the various ideas and all the science that people have come up with. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
Questions?
Can you carry your research over, and what do you think it happens, or what the impact is to us?
Yeah,
Humans?
so it looks at like the embryonic stage of an organism, and sea urchins are a model organism, so it can be carried over to various marine life like fish and things like that, and look and see at their embryonic stage, they're impacted greatly by microplastics. So that's pretty much just like fertilization, and that can happen to a lot of organisms in that case. So
Is it mostly seniors that go to this?
I went with two girls from Northwestern. One was a junior, then one was a sophomore, and then a guy from Doland. Yeah, and he was a sophomore, I believe.
Okay,
So,
Can be a freshman. Anyone's freshman through senior.
yeah.
so high school.
Yeah.
Were there any others like yours in your area? Anybody you saw it at the national?
So I was in Earth and Environmental. That was my category. So pretty much all of the projects within my category were really similar to mine. And then they also have a category with ocean studies. I don't know the exact name, but that category has a lot of similar projects that they had too. So, yeah.
So then how many people were in the Earth and Environment?
I think there was around 60 people.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were third out of those 60?
Yeah, there's like, I think like 4 people who get third, 4 people who get second, and then 1 person who gets first or something like that.
I was looking on the website today just because I wanted to see, well, first of all, I wanted to read your name on the international South Dakota, so that was great to see, but it's like 1,700 participants, and not just from the
Yeah.
United States, from 60 different countries.
Yeah.
That's great. So when you presented, did you have like a poster presentation? Or
Yes.
did you have to?
So I had both. Before I went, I had to fill out the online portion. So I made like a short clip explaining my project. And then there was PowerPoints and then like a quad chart that kind of broke it down in 1 page. And then the judges looked that over before I went. And then when I got there, I brought my poster, which I had made for science fair before. And then I set that up, and then I had 7 or 8 judges come throughout the entire day, asking me questions and learning.
Are you
about-
interested in pursuing this area or this field in the
I'm
future?
interested in undergraduate research, and I really like developmental biology, mainly because my mom has brought me up on it, so she's a good But I don't know if this particular thing I'll do in college, but I do want to do undergraduate research with like, developmental biology, which is really similar to what I did, so.
It's just wonderful.
Can you tell me you were in AP Chem, was that correct?
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little about the science classes in high school and how that kind of guided you into?
Yeah, so AP Bio I loved. That was probably the main thing that influenced my decision to go into like a science-related career and pursue science over all the other things. And then same with AP Chem. AP Chem I enjoyed as well, but AP Bio was a very influential part of why I like to study things I do. But yeah, I really enjoy all the science classes at Central, and the teachers are great, all of them, so.
Well, that's good to hear. And what's next for you next year?
Next year I'm going to Utah Tech University, that's in St. George, and then I'm gonna pursue a BSN degree, and then I'm gonna go back to school and go to school to become a CRNA, so, yeah.
We're proud of you, for sure. And your teacher, too.
Congratulations, very good job, and best wishes on all the next adventures. Thank you very much, appreciate it. All right, we have the agenda in front of us that asks for a motion for approval. By Dr. Bortnam,
Second.
second by Beckus. All those in favor of tonight's agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Persons wishing to address the board.
None?
Board remarks for tonight. We had the consent agenda in front of us that asks for a motion for approval.
So moved.
Moved by Murphy. Second by Burkhardt. Any further discussion related to the consent agenda? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Reports of the Assistant Superintendent.
Yes, first up, we have Patricia Kendall here, and she's going to talk about the Dakota Prairie Museum update and our partnership sharing with the community.
Although Kaylee is a hard act to follow because I was honestly not that motivated in high school. I just wanted to get through high school, so I really appreciate the things that she said. I have some handouts, so I'll go this way too. And also, I have to do a good job because Mr. Murphy was my social studies and civics.
Heard you survived it?
Yes, I'm sure I learned very important lessons while I was there trying to get through high school. All right. And also, you know, here's one of our star volunteers on here on the flyer that you may.
Oh, gee.
We do have good partnerships with our retired teachers as well, so that's nice too. So let me just go through my spiel here then. And I think most of you know who I am and the Dakota Prairie Museum downtown Aberdeen. I hope that you've been there sometime recently. A lot has happened and a lot of changes have happened, but our educational programming is one of our priorities right now. We really see that as our next step forward. So we thank you for the opportunity actually to come here and speak with you tonight on all the educational work that we're doing at the museum and then our partnership, like you said, with the Aberdeen Public School Systems. I had a wonderful visit with Dr. Guffin about a week and a half ago. She came while Cece Lee, third grade, was there, having their afternoon in the past. I did offer it to her if she wanted to dip a candle, and she just wanted to watch. So, but they explored the artifacts. They had a tour. They dipped candles and churned butter and washed clothes and did all of that. So those are some core memories for them. So at our heart, the museum, or our educational programming, exists to help the students connect with history, culture, community, and their own sense of place. We believe education is most powerful when students can see it, hear it, touch it, experience it, and they remember it long after they leave, either the classroom when we visited there or the museum when they leave. So each year the museum works with students both inside our building and then directly in their classrooms. During the school year, the museum staff, which I have two full-time curators of education, Jessica Puente Castro and Sherry Roster. Sherry's been doing it, when she retires next year, 37 years. I think we've only had two curator of educations before we had Sherry. She's the second one, and it was Helen Berg before that, so Helen Berg, which you may or may not know that name. Anyhow, we go to all of the public schools and private schools in Aberdeen, including Aberdeen Christian, Roncalli. We occasionally see the homeschoolers, but we do go to all of the Aberdeen elementary schools, and we have a series of programming that meet the standards of the state education standards. We go to about 400 classroom visits during the school year in the county. The majority of them are in Aberdeen. A lot of the schools were in there at least once a month or at least quarterly. But for third grade and second grade, I think we're there once a month. We have about 8,000 student interactions in that school year. So the outreach programs that we designed are complement South Dakota state standards in social studies, history, geography, civics, and the arts, while we give the teachers additional tools and resources to enrich their classroom learning. And maybe we give them like a 40-minute break during their day. That might be it too. So in addition to the classroom outreach, we also host, and we just finished our school tour season. About 1,200 kids came through our building. And that represents about 50 classrooms. Northeastern South Dakota, a little bit of South Dakota. They come from Webster, they come from Wessington, Selby, Millbank, Mulbridge Pollock, Gwinner, North Dakota. So they get in a bus and they drive and they come here. And they also go to other places in Aberdeen too. But so it's about 3 weeks of about 1,200 kids. I think we had about 21 schools this time. And that multiple classes, so that represents about 50 classrooms. All right, so one of our most impactful programs I may have mentioned is Afternoon in the Past, and that's where you dip the candles and turn the butter. Who has dipped candles and turned butter at the museum?
Veterans,
Yes.
if you're from Aberdeen.
So that kind of gets them the hands-on activities. That really brings that history to life, and you really can't explain how hard it was 150 years ago to just exist every day unless you can touch those items and do those activities in a way that textbooks can't do that. Years later, adults still tell us that they remember churning butter, or they remember their tour, or they remember just whatever it was when they were a student and Miss Sherry came to visit. I will tell you on a side note that my own daughter, when she was in third grade, came home and told me something that she learned from a museum visit when Miss Sherry was there. And I said, I'm not sure if it was like that. And she said, no, Miss Sherry said it was. So we take it as gospel, yes. She carries a lot of power. So then, beyond the elementary stage, then we're also proud of our collaborations with Aberdeen Central High School because we have the Native American Student Association that we do programming with. They've done the Lakota drum song for us at our America 250 kickoff. Also, we've brought the Native American Studies class into our building, but we also invite the technology and the photography classes. So, okay, so what some of my favorite images, that's the daughter I just talked about. One of my favorite images is when the photography students come in because they just swarm in and they have cameras and they just go everywhere and take pictures of everything. They're standing waiting to sign the guest book, which they don't have to, I mean, but they do, and they're taking pictures while they're standing there. And I just love like this total engagement that they have with their environment. They're taking pictures of the building outside as they come in as well. And also we have the Honors Art class from Central comes, and they have an exhibit that they do, but they don't just have an exhibit. They come in and they learn how to set up an exhibit. They learn how to do an artist statement. They do a condition report on the art. It's their art, but they're doing it. They wear the white gloves, and then they go out in the space and they decide where the artwork would be. So they're getting like the full experience of museum exhibit work. We also have hosting traveling exhibits. We do the Minnesota Children's Museum, we do the Science Center of Ithaca, New York. We've had some of those come through, but most recently, and I sent this to all the schools in the county, we have Gilder Learman, and they have panel exhibits, and the ones that we have right now is immigration story, they're history exhibits. And it's the story of immigration, and the other one is from the signing of the Constitution to not restitution, to, you know what I mean, to...
Reconstruction.
Reconstruction, thank you. So many words today. Social studies. And then that's available, we purchased those two sets, they're 7 panels apiece, to share with all the schools and libraries in Brown County at no cost. And we use our America 250 funding that we receive from the city to do that. So whatever we take in, we make sure we give out. So this allows students to explore American history topics in ways that are visually engaging, accessible, and relevant then to their current classroom curriculum. Another initiative we're especially proud of is Camps for All. We have camps. We have history camp, we have art camp, sometimes we have museum camp that relates to whatever our traveling exhibit is, and we also have tried STEM camp, and we want to do that more. But this program helps ensure that those kids who don't have access to, either financially or transportation or any other reason that they can't, we are offering scholarships then. And we've had some really good donations so far to that and a matching gift. So those scholarships and then community partnerships, students who might not otherwise be able to participate can attend those camps and programs, and then they get to experience everything else that the other kids get to experience. And I've reached out to a couple of resources to get that information to the kids that would benefit the most from it. So we are more than a field trip destination. We want to be an educational partner to the district and to teachers and to families. We see the museum as an extension of the classroom, a place where local history, science, art, culture, and storytelling can be more personalized and more deeply felt by our students in our community. We're also continually looking towards the future. So, upcoming exhibit developments, expanded educational opportunities, and new interactive programming, we're working on that as well, are being designed with students and educators in mind. But also, we know that everybody takes in information in different ways. It might be verbal. I know I'm talking like a whole stream right here, right? So very verbal. But some people want to read everything when they're in exhibit. Some people want to watch videos. Or they want to touch, they want to have that tactile experience. So we're exploring all of that in our exhibit and in our programming. But most importantly, we want to continue listening. What would you like to see from the museum in the future? How can we better support your teachers, your students, and your educational goals, which I believe we have shared goals when it comes to that. We value the relationship we have with the Aberdeen Public Schools because you let us come into the classroom. I mean, that is a true, I'm losing my train of thought. That's a true privilege. There we go. That's a privilege for us. And we truly appreciate being supportive and collaborative that we've kind of built over the years. And finally, I want to extend an open invitation to anyone here. Please come visit the museum and to our galleries. See the student engagement firsthand, which is what Dr. Guffin did about a week or so ago. And it was a lot of fun for her too, I think, to see. And she was standing there waiting while the bus unloaded, and they all came in, and they're wondering why, superintendent is, maybe the teachers wondered why the superintendent was standing there. Just checking up on them, I suppose. So tour the galleries, see the student engagement firsthand, attend a program, or simply stop by to experience what our museum is offering and what we do every day to educate and inspire young people, but also everyone that comes in. So thank you for tonight, and thank you for allowing us to be part of your students' daily curriculum and part of their educational experience. That was a lot. Sorry. But here's one more thing. We received an email from Hannah Davis, and she's the SPED and the TLC teacher. She brought her kids in the end of April. Thank you so much for hosting our students this week. The visit was incredibly informative, engaging, and our students truly enjoyed the hands-on experiences. The activities brought history to life in a meaningful and memorable way. Butter making was a class favorite. We would love the opportunity to partner together next school year through the Project Skills program. Please let us know if there are any opportunities for the museum to host a Project Skills work experience placement for entry-level work. That could be cleaning or other basic tasks in the museum. Thanks again for a wonderful visit. We truly value the experience and connection. So those are the kids that probably need a little bit more, tactile or interpretation when they go through. But they loved it and they had a great time.
Thank you very much, Patricia.
Thank you.
It's wonderful when we can always collaborate with the library or with the museum, and we appreciate you taking the time.
And I really want to commend Sherry and Jess for all they do, because they are the ones that go to every one of those schools and all year long, and they do a wonderful job. The kids really look forward to having the museum come, so that's such a good connection.
Thank you. And I enjoy it.
How is the museum funded? Privately, grants?
Good question. All of them. So I am a county employee. Brown County owns the building. We are their employees. They keep the lights on. They keep the water heater going. If I need a hole fixed in my roof, they fix it. They keep everything running. They pay our salaries and our benefits, and they give us those basic operational supplies that you would to run, a county department. Everything else we fundraise. I have never written as many grants as I have in the past 8 months. I can tell you that, about 9 of them. We have a foundation, and we have a foundation endowment set up for us. God love Carl Lee, because he remembered the museum in his will. And we got a portion of that, and we put it into an endowment. So now I can do extra things. A lot of gallery work, a lot of gallery update. But for programming, it's mostly our annual fund that we do, which I call passive fundraising, because you just mail out something. Our newsletter, we have a hat when it comes down to it, and then writing grants, which America 250, I have to say there are more grants this year for America 250, and I've tried to check off all of those boxes too. So that's where it comes from, a variety of sources, but the county keeps the lights on and keeps us paid, and so that's probably the majority of it, and then all the extras from our endowment and fundraising.
Other comments or questions? I was fortunate enough to get a private tour here last week because I was a week early for a meeting that we were supposed to have. So,
No judging.
yeah. If you haven't been through there, go through it. It's incredible, the new exhibits that are up, and what's in the planning stages for the years to come, I think, is an incredible testament. Probably the best thing that I saw was I was going through our third graders' end of year backpack, and there was crayons and everything tossed about, but there was a sheet of favorite things throughout the year. And number 1 was recess, number 2 was his teacher, and then Chicken Nugget Day and the Prairie Museum coming together on the same day was. But it made an impact on him, and he looked forward to when Miss Sherry came, and we heard about it at home. And so we thank you for making the trek into the schools as well, because while it is a destination point, it comes to the school for 40 minutes. If we go for 40 minutes, bus again, now we're talking 3 hours worth of disruption within the school day. But you bring history to life and our culture to life for a lot of young people and for the greater community. So I want to say thank you very much for that.
Thanks, Aaron. Your words mean a lot. And also thank you for showing up, even when we're not scheduled. And anybody can stop by, and we'll take a moment and we'll talk to you or show you around. And truly, the Dean Buntrock gallery that we have, he has really elevated things for us. When I became director, it was 2019, and we were going like this, which was great. And now Dean came in our life, and now we're going like this. And a lot of us are just kind of holding on. But it's been a great thing. It's really been beneficial for our future planning.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
So how did I do, Mr. Murphy?
Better than I would have done.
Well, it took me this long to get to that. But I appreciate your guidance in the early years. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, up next, district goals, end of the year update. Okay, so the first one was meet and exceed targets for each of the reading and math standards measured by the South Dakota State Assessment. So schools have implemented their school improvement plans, they developed goals for reading and math, and we're just starting to see test results come in right now.
Okay.
So we'll have a report in the fall on what those look like. Continue to build the district literacy committee and expand that into the upper grades, the secondary. Last year we did a lot of work at the elementary. This year we started shifting that focus to 6 through 12, and we have completed a district-wide literacy committee, district-wide literacy plan, and those have been submitted to the Department of Education. Bailey Moore did a wonderful job at sending out monthly newsletters through Peach Jar to our elementary parents, and there were just simple little tidbits on activities that you could do with your child at home. She sent videos, and those will continue. Even though Bailey is moving to a new position, Samantha Burjord will continue that work with sending out newsletters, because I think it's really important that parents know what we're doing in the classroom for reading. So, continue to provide professional development and explicit reading instruction in grades K through 12. All the elementary teachers are trained in explicit instruction based off the science of reading, and now we are shifting that, and middle school and high school will start having some of those same trainings as well moving forward. We had implemented SOAR to Read intervention program and schedules, and this is adding an additional 30 minutes to the elementary reading schedule, and it's very specific on a skill that each student needs. So it's not maybe the same for every student, and we did that in 4 of the 6 elementaries. We wanted to see how it would go, and everyone had a little bit different schedule or a little bit different angle on it, and then we just continue to refine that process. Next year we'll have all 6 doing that, so that was great. We conducted our annual curriculum review of grades 6 through 12 math and did our alignment. Those documents have been updated and curriculum has been selected. Teachers have already done their first training as well. In the area of health and wellness, our wellness committee, we met in December and reviewed our wellness plan or our wellness policy, and there was no changes at that time. And then we did have our second annual wellness challenge, and that just ended on May 8th, and I'll give an additional update on that when we're done with goals. In the area of school and community relations, continue to provide regular family newsletters, social media, and school district app. And Alyssa's done a wonderful job with providing the monthly news to know newsletter, that's a tongue twister, to staff, and then providing just information through our social media posts and just regular communication through those different avenues. Establish a partnership with local business to expand our internship and job shadowing opportunities for high school students. Mr. Johnson's been very busy and actively doing that. As you can see, Q3 we had 54 students placed at 46 different training sites, and in the Q4 we had 69 students placed at 62 sites, and I anticipate that will continue to grow, which is great. In the area of safety, we conducted an emergency preparedness tabletop exercise, and we did that with community members, so emergency management and law enforcement. We did that last July, and those were completed with the Aberdeen Police Department, Brown County Emergency Management, and Aberdeen Fire and Rescue. It was a very informative session, just how we would work together as a community. We continue to utilize safe school trainings for various trainings. It's a great way to reach all of our staff members, and they've completed trainings on sexual harassment, the annual policy notification, restraint seclusion, our handbooks, bullying policies, Section 504, and then also our Alice drill video runs through that app as well. We continue to do drills for Alice procedures, and at a minimum, we have 2 of those at each school site, and we have completed all of those. We continue to provide mental health first aid training for new educational support staff, and we did 3 trainings this year, and we'll continue to do that for any new EA coming in next year. Questions on district goals?
Busy year.
Busy year.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good job.
Congratulations on all that's accomplished.
All right. Next thing on the agenda is the update on the Wellness Committee. And so we held our 2nd annual Wellness Challenge this year. Like last year, each school had a team, and you could participate on your school's team. And it ran the last 6 weeks of school, and we had 241 participants, which was great. And just an example of some of the different weeks that we focused on, we had eating healthy, or really focusing on non-processed foods, drinking enough water, getting 30 minutes of exercise a day, limiting screen time, which is sometimes difficult to do, but we did it, acts of kindness for others, and then self-care. And this year we had, what was new was a bonus round. And in that bonus round, we invited community members in to do some different classes for us. So we had someone come in and teach yoga, we had someone come in and do Pilates, and then we had a nutrition class as well. And then staff could also receive bonus points if they scheduled a preventative care appointment. So if they did schedule their physical, that was a bonus point. Or if you downloaded the Doctor on Demand app, because that is a tool that we can use as well. So, and of the team who received the most participation points this year was CC Lee Elementary. It's their 2nd win.
I know.
Everybody was out to get them, but they came out on top again, and congratulations to CC Lee, and hopefully people walked away with some new healthy habits. It was good. We did not have the celebration like we did last year. We thought that would be something we do every other year, not in every birthday. So that was good.
Any questions or comments regarding the Wellness Committee? Maybe we could add a component of like health and safety, like just how to use basic products, occupational therapy stuff, like climbing up and down a ladder properly, and things of that nature to ensure safety is followed.
I'm sure the superintendent would like to know if that
was offered.
It's
The 3-point.
yep, 3 points, so
Oh, dear. Oh, you guys.
just a thought.
All right, approval of the 2nd reading of 6 through 12 secondary math adoption. Any questions on the math adoption?
Okay, this was presented to us last time we got together. Any questions regarding the math adoption? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion for the approval of the 2nd reading.
So moved.
Moved by Beckus, second by Dr. Bortnam. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
All right, and the last item on our agenda is the America 250 celebration.
Well, thank you. It's been a fun several weeks this spring for lots of reasons, but having all of our schools celebrating America was part of the fun. So I just wanted to kind of give a highlight of it. First of all, we had a schedule of events. Like I said, all of our schools really celebrated, some of them over multiple weeks, but I just wanted to highlight a little bit from each school for you tonight. And it really started, I think Mrs. Kendall mentioned the community kickoff, and that was a great event, and we were part of that because the CHS NASA drum group performed, and they did a wonderful job. It's always great to see them perform. Central High School had a celebration on May 1st, and it was really cool. I mean, the band played, they were handing out donuts to students, but I don't know who had the most fun. Actually, I do. I think the staff had the most fun more than the students, because you see some of these costumes, and it was just a lot of fun to just see how excited they got dressing up as historical figures. Simmons Elementary, they did a lot of different things, but I focused on their May 1st spring program because it was just really cool. The entire thing was kind of patriotic themed, but as you can see, there were certain things where I think that's kindergarten, they had the American flags, and that was adorable, but then at the end they had, and you'll see this in the video later, that they shut the lights off and they have the red, white, and blue lights, and it was just really cool. OM Tiffany was one of the schools that did like a week-long kind of celebration, and they ended with an America grill out on the playground, which is really cool. So you can see some of the fun face painting and the outfits that they wore. CC Lee, also, they did the entire week, I believe, and this, Mr. Osborne sent some of these pictures from their celebration, or they did some like games, I think, but he pointed out that a student designed the t-shirt there, and because each of the schools, or a lot of the schools, had their own t-shirts, and I thought that was cool, but a student actually designed these ones, so I thought that was pretty neat. May Overby again for the week, and they also did tie-dyed shirts and chalk art, and just kind of a lot of patriotic and dressing up and that sort of thing. Mike Miller, I mean, this little girl stole the show, I thought, but they did, you'll see some of the footage in the video as well, but they created patriotic floats and dressed up, but they had a little parade around the school, and that was just really cool. And then the middle schools kind of combined forces, each at its own school, but they had an eras day, like a journey through the eras, which was a really cool idea because basically every class period, so to speak, that day, the students learned about a different era of American history. And once again, everybody dressed up, but the staff, stole the show as far as, there were so many Lady Liberties, I thought about doing a slide just of like who wore it best, but I didn't. They all look really good. And then Lincoln, they I think had the longest celebration because it was over the course of a month, but I put them at the end because they had the grand finale, and again, it was really cool that they had, they wore their t-shirts, they had like craft, they had dancing, but then they also, you walk in and you have Mrs. Wensman as Lady Liberty walking the students around on like a historical tour, giving them, and then Rosie the Riveter, it was just really cool to see, and I feel like that, obviously the students were really engaged in that. And yeah, thank you for letting me do this presentation. It's not over yet. The marching band will be performing in DC this summer, so that's exciting. And yeah, the celebration continues, but we have a little video recap.
good. Thank you for covering all of that. Any questions or comments related to the celebration?
Just thought, oh my goodness, you went to all the schools and put this all together. It's wonderful.
It's a lot of fun. They all did a great job.
I think it's great that each school had their own kind of spin on it. They had
Yeah.
kind of a guidance, but they used the students' creativity and all came up with their own things.
Right.
So,
But it was fun to see the similarities too, right? Again, with the costume and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
well, thank you for the presentation. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We do have need for executive session under SDCL 1-2521. I'd ask for a motion to move into executive session.
So move.
Moved by Rickard, second by Murphy.